Hello everyone, welcome to episode 2 of MyGM expansion with the Seattle Sonics. I'm really excited about today's episode because we get into some gameplay and actually see the team in action, so you guys can kind of see how the players that I drafted work out. The very first thing we're going to do in this episode is go ahead and fire the default coach and assistant coach. The other positions I'll kind of worry about later, maybe in the next offseason, but I just kind of wanted to get the generic people off of the team and then get some real life, actually good coaches on the roster, at least for head coach. For assistant coach, none of the coaches were interested in being an assistant. They all wanted to be head coach. So for my assistant coach, I ended up going with Aiden Morgan. He has an A+ potential and C+ offense, C+ defense. So he could potentially develop into a really good coach. So yeah, I decided to offer him a contract, and he wants a decent amount of money. Actually, it's not too bad. It's only $360,000 a year, and I'm gonna try to negotiate his years to something I'm more comfortable with. Okay, so yeah, he wanted a 2-year deal. End up giving him pretty close to what he wanted, and he'll end up signing for that. And now that he's signed, we're going to be moving to the head coach position. And for the head coach, I decided to go with Kevin McHale because he's A- offense, A- defense, only C potential, but he has a lot of badges. So he's going to be the best coach for us. He can give us the most bonuses right off the bat. It's a young team, so we're really going to need them to grow and play well. So having the best possible coach on our roster is definitely a must-have. So I figured we would get rid of our old coach and offer a contract to Kevin McHale to come coach us. I felt like he did a really good job in Houston, and I think he could do a really good job here as well. So I definitely don't doubt his ability as a coach, and I'm excited to have him in Seattle. The next thing I work on doing is adjusting all these players' training to very specific things. So if it's not something you guys do, I highly recommend doing it. You can get players to vastly improve. I mean, you can really get them to improve by doing this. So if you want one of your players to become a better three-point shooter, within a few seasons they can easily get into the 90 overalls if you set their training to be three-point shooting or outside shot. So I just selected, I went through and for each individual player, I selected what I wanted them to get good at, and they have these presets. You can individually adjust every single stat, what you want them to work on, or you can go with preset, which is kind of like, it gives a little bit of a boost to most stats, and then it like gives 25% or 20% towards a very particular stat that you want to grow. So if you guys don't do this, highly recommended. It really helps your players over time, and because I have such a young team that needs to grow, I decided it was definitely worth my time to come in here and adjust a few things to hopefully make a better team overall. Now before the game I went in and actually changed the price of the tickets. I didn't realize that fan interest was already 100%, so I shouldn't have really lowered the tickets. I probably could have sold out either way, but I didn't want to ask too much right off the bat. As soon as we change any of the prices, we get criticized by the media. We just told them it's a mix. We didn't want to lie to anybody, so just let them know that it's a business and we have to make some money. And here we go, starting off, the very first tip-off for the Seattle Supersonics, back in action. We have the 7'4" Boban jumping for us, so I'm feeling pretty confident about this tip. Goes up and we win it. Bringing it up to Tyus Jones. Dribbling the ball around, gonna throw it to Myers Leonard, over to Terrence Ross, dump it in the paint to the big guy who won the tip, Boban, with the very first points, the Seattle Supersonics. Right after we make that first basket, the Heat are coming up down the court, passing it to the corner, Richardson for 3, and he makes it. They take the lead right after we just got it. Our point guard for the future, Tyus Jones, passes it out to Lance Stevenson, who pump fakes, drives, kicks it back to Tyus Jones. It's up for 3, and it's good. Here we go, Tyus pushing the ball up the court yet again, giving it to Stevenson, the new guy, and the two-handed slam on the fast break goes in. Here's the Kia Slam Cam. Justice Winslow's taking the ball, dribbles it into Boban. I'm going to let this one play.
And now it's Ross running. He can go all the way.
Oh! He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now,
gosh, I love Terrence Ross. Well, anyways, Goran Dragic throwing it into the middle. Boban steals it away up to Tyus so we can push the fast break, dribbling it up, looking for where to go with the ball. Right back to Boban, finds Myers Leonard right under the basket for the easy slam. Tyus Jones at the top of the key, showing off his ball handling skills, kicks it out to Terrence Ross for the first perfect release of the Seattle Supersonics. Tyler Johnson's trying to feed the ball to the post, but the rookie Skal Labissiere is there, kicks it up to Tim Hardaway, pushing the fast break to K. Felder, the corner, Tony Snell for three, up and no good, but Skal is there for the rebound, posts up Bosch, goes ahead with the post hook and drills it. Alright, the first quarter is a little easy. I realized I'd never switched it from pro, so I'm going to go ahead and throw it back on Superstar to give me more of a challenge. We have Tyus Jones at the top of the key trying to make some moves. Stevenson in the corner, back to Tyus, gives it to Skal, and for whatever reason he's posting up nobody, but still makes the post hook. Tyus Jones surveying the court, looking for Skal on the post, finds him, and two-hand slams it over the big shot blocker Hassan Whiteside. Tyus yet again trying to make something happen. Kicks it over to Tony Snell, who finds Boban underneath the basket for the easy standing slam. Dragic making some moves at the top of the key, shoots from the elbow, gets fouled by Tyus Jones, and does convert the and one. Dragic pushing the ball up the court yet again, gives it to Justice, and Terrence Ross fails at a charge.
from deep three-point range, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so that's the end of the first half. Seattle ahead, up by 7. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Throughout the second quarter, they definitely pulled it in closer, and now they're starting to intercept most of my passes. They pushed up in the fast break, and Dragic gets the easy two. And Tyus is not liking that I switched difficulty, as they're just jumping every single pass lane, one after another, stealing the ball, itching their way back into the game. Felder passes this down in the corner. Labissiere is posting because he's feeling hot right now, going for the post hook on the left side and drills it with a green release. As the third quarter winds down, my team just all runs to the right side of the court past the K. Felder for three and hits it right as the time is expiring. Now this is a crazy long play, but it really shows how well the team is meshing together so far. Jones into Marjanovic, back to Jones in the corner for Leonard, back to Jones and Marjanovic again, posting up, gets the post hook off, misses, and boom goes the and one dunk. Marjanovic, awesome, just fantastic offensive rebounder, putting back the standing dunk and hitting the and one free throw. Jones trying to make something happen, kicks it back out to Stevenson into Marjanovic, who immediately sees the defender come, kicks it out to Ross, and another perfect release for Ross, 3 points.
Is starting to add up.
From deep, Stevenson. Second shot opportunity. It counts. And the foul. Whiteside. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
Boban there again, doing what he's been doing all game, and converts the and one free throw again. Now the last 2 minutes got pretty hectic, so I decided to keep the entire thing in there, yet speed it up to show you how the points are going back and forth. So we did have a 4-point lead, now it's down to 2. Trying to get the lead up higher again, and Boban with the offensive rebound, putting it back. The guy has just been putting in work all game. Myers Leonard gets burned on defense. He's really not the best defender I've found out throughout this game. He was our first pick in the draft, but really Boban should have been, because he is dominating. Except right there, he gets the 3 seconds at the key, and now we're giving them the ball right back with only a 2-point game, and they are really trying to make things happen. Chris Bosch hitting a crazy post fade, and now it's tied at 60 points. Calling a full timeout because my players are getting a little bit tired. Coming out of the timeout, I really do need to have good possessions here, because they brought it all the way back to tied, and they're playing super well. We only have a minute left in the game. We really have to start pulling away here. Tyus kicks to Stevenson to Boban. Jones back to Marjanovic and lays home the standing dunk. Fantastic from him all game long. I could just count on him the entire game. Here goes Leonard getting the rebound over to Tyus. Trying to run a play, but it's new in this game. It's kind of hard to figure out. Give it to Stevenson for 3, and he drills it. The new acquisition is definitely showing he is worth that free agent signing. Miami's taking the ball in, passing it up to Richardson at the top of the key. And I believe it was an offensive 3 seconds. We get the ball back, and now they're starting to foul. We have a 5-point lead with less than 30 seconds left. They're getting a little bit desperate, getting it to our man Tyus, because we believe he is the best free throw shooter on our team. And he also is kind of clutch. I was going to say clutch, but he missed one. Anyways, made 1 out of 2. And the Heat are still trying to get back in things. And Ross is just putting a postage stamp on this game, saying it's over, guys. 8 points, 5 seconds left. Thank you. We can all go home. Terrence Ross.
Still got to finish strong, though. Play with a bit of pride.
Williams, that's a 2-pointer. Off target.
Seeing Labissiere show off his speed on D, shooters just seem to tense up whenever he's in the air.
And so it's Seattle winning this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, I'm Kevin Harlan saying thank you and good night as we leave you with our Jordan Player of the Game, Boban Marjanovic.
Here we go with the media trying to get us in trouble, asking us what our expectations are. They want us to say we're going for a dynasty, but we're just going to say consistently improve because we're really just trying to become a good team sometime within the future. I'm going to go ahead and tell them that and disappoint them a little bit, but oh well. And we're going to go ahead and pick a badge here because we did level up our coaching level. Like I said, stats are double. It was a little bit of a high-scoring game because of that first quarter, but it will level out in the future. So stats are double. We're going to look at what the actual stats were. Boban ended with 34 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 6 steals. Terrence Ross had 24-12. Tyus Jones ended up with 20 points, 14 assists. And like I said, really good first quarter, so these numbers won't be persistent throughout. It won't be 135 to 120 every game. It still is possible for NBA games to go like that, but it really is not going to be a consistent thing for us to be scoring that much. I'd expect closer to 90 to like 110 range. So yeah, these are the actual stats after the adjustments have been made. Skull had an excellent game with 24 points, 8 rebounds. Alright guys, our very first suggestion is coming in from, I don't even know how to pronounce this, so I'm going to just spell it out. LU1SB space for real. Sorry man, I can't pronounce your name. I don't really know what it says. But anyways, his suggestion is, could you sign JaVale McGee? And I commented back and was wondering who I should drop, and it looks like it's going to be Zubac. I don't really care much for him anyways, so we're going to be dropping Ivica Zubac. Add 2 untouchables. Sorry, bud. You've been really good for us warming the bench, but it's time to move on. I can adjust that since he didn't have any minutes anyways. And then we're going to head into free agency. Now I really don't mind this move because back when JaVale McGee was a free agent, or not a free agent, when he was a rookie on the Golden State Warriors, I used to play as the Golden State Warriors back before they were good. And when JaVale McGee was on there, and I didn't know who the guy was, but I just kept throwing the ball underneath the basket, and no matter what, he would just standing dunk it. And it was so fun. Like, he was my favorite 2K player for the longest time, and then he had all that stuff happen to him where he's on Shaq Than a Fool like every single day. So we're going to have him on the team. We don't necessarily know if he's going to play that much, but either way, he wants minimum. So we're going to give him a 1-year minimum contract, see if he can work for it. Sweet, so we have JaVale McGee signed as the Seattle Supersonics. Thank you so much for the suggestion. Nah, man, JaVale don't want to be no reserve. He wants to ride the bench. He's telling me he does not want to be a reserve. So we're going to go ahead and switch him with Shaq Diallo. I know Shaq is a really good rebounder, but we're just going to throw him there for now because we have a plethora of centers. And it suggests that they want me to give him 31 minutes. I know he's good, but that time can't really be taken from Boban or Scal. So for the time being, he's going to be a guy who I'm just going to throw in there for fun. He'll definitely play the first game because it is a new signing, but I can't guarantee I'm going to give him anywhere close to 31 minutes a game. Now in the last episode I gave some options for potential trades, and what it came down to is a few people want me to go after Zach LaVine and a few people want me to go after Buddy Hield. So I'm going to leave it one more episode to get some more comments to see what more people are thinking, but there has been more votes for Hield so far. So we're leaning Hield, but I am a Timberwolves fan, so I really kind of want Zach LaVine. I'm going to leave it out there for one more episode. My argument will be that Zach LaVine is just always a beast in 2K. He dunks over everybody and hits threes like crazy. I think this would kind of be worth our first round pick in the draft, and this might be a next year's first round pick actually. That might be a nice deal. I think maybe the 18's the first year. I don't know. Anyways, LaVine. So the deal for Buddy Hield would be the same pick that would go for LaVine, and then Tim Hardaway as well. So here's the other thing, guys. I really do like Buddy Hield. He's awesome. He's a really good sharpshooter, and if you guys want him, I'm totally fine with that. I love Buddy Hield. He is 23 years old and he's a rookie. LaVine is 21 years old and been in the league for 2 years and is still steadily improving. LaVine is 3 overall better, and he can dunk a little bit more than Buddy. I know Buddy's definitely going to have the range. He's going to be a really good spot-up shooting guard, but I really do believe LaVine's the more well-rounded player. I am totally leaving it up to you guys. I know I'm kind of trying to sway you, but definitely whatever you guys want to do is what I'm going to do. So leave some comments after this video, and I'll kind of combine the tallies of both and go after who you guys want me to. Here's another deal I want to strongly consider is trading Meyers Leonard in a second round pick to get Bobby Portis. I mentioned it in the video before, but I'm going to give it a little bit more time today to talk about it. Bobby Portis played really well in all of his summer leagues. He's only 21 years old, 74 overall. He's a very solid post player. I just didn't really take advantage of Meyers Leonard in the first game. He's kind of poor defensively, and he's 7'2" for a power forward that can shoot, but he just kind of, I don't know. He doesn't really fit my play style, and I don't know if he's going to be a good fit or not. So guys, let me know if you'd rather have Meyers Leonard or Bobby Portis. The other thing I want to discuss really quick is that I think how I'm going to go about this, and you guys let me know if you want this or not, but I'm going to probably play one home game and one away game every 2 weeks, maybe every 3 weeks. I haven't decided yet, but that's kind of how I'm going to go throughout the season so I can kind of progress my way through it. And then I'll play important games, of course, like the Surf and stuff. I want to be rivals with them. Every single game against them, I'm going to be playing that. But let me know if you guys think it's a good idea, like one home game, one away game every once in a while. If you have a specific idea, please let me know in the comments below. And of course, leave a thumbs up on this video, guys, if you like it, because that lets me know that I should keep making these. If I get enough likes, I'm going to keep uploading very, very frequently. That's what keeps me going. So leave those likes, all of your suggestions in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in episode